Hi, how's it going, resident of Collinwood here? I'm here to talk about the news that a live action version of Cowboy Bebop is coming to Netflix. Um, for those who don't know what that is, Cowboy Bebop was a anime series that aired on the Cartoon Network on Adult Swim. I watched every season of this and really love these characters. I'm always hesitant when I hear the word live action, especially coming from an anime because usually it's not done very well. But Netflix, it is going to Netflix, so that gives me some hope. I think the two characters, Spike and I forget the other guy's name, and there's a woman involved too. I'm hoping this isn't just all whitewashed. That we get Japanese characters mixed with American characters, African American characters. Make it diverse because you get androids, aliens. That's what that series was. It was very diverse for an anime story. Um, you had and what these two guys are, Spike and the other guy, they're bounty hunters. And often enough times they come across a lot of ways. They either come across just somewhat depressive or just funny or they just end up bickering. But their chemistry is really weird for the two characters. And plus, there's this woman who she doesn't really know who she is or have any memory of her past, really. Um, but the show is these two guys are bounty hunters. One was a cop, and one he sort of did a lot of things. He worked for the Yakuza. He's sort of a jack of all trades, and they both know how to shoot a gun. And Spike really knows how to fight. I mean, Spike knows how to kick ass. I enjoyed the hell out of this anime series. I think from a production standpoint, this is going to be a huge undertaking for Netflix. To me, this is going to be the hugest thing Netflix has from a production standpoint because this is one set in the future. Two, it's set in primarily outer space. Yeah, they go to planets, but there's a lot of outer space and planet dealings that go on in that show. And that's something I'm going to be interested to see how they translate that when it comes to this television show and how they translate and make the characters look. Um, I'm somewhat excited, but then again, like I said, I'm somewhat nervous because I'm a huge anime fan. And this going to live action does concern me. I know it's going to Netflix. I hope it does really, really well. Um, do I want to hear their backstory? Because I know their backstory, because that's sort of how the series ended, was getting into their backstory. The series was sort of dying down once they got into their backstory, and it was left on a cliffhanger whether Spike was dead or not. You could either say he was or wasn't. I like to think he didn't die. Um, could you pick up from there? Just pick up from that. Um, I don't know. I would say no, that this is just going to start over from the very beginning, or this is just going to start over from where the series was, but it's going to be different. Obviously, Netflix does make series look different and feel different. But the one thing this thing had was it had its comedy at times, like the timing of it, and it had drama. But the one thing this was when the chips were down, it was action, and I mean pure fighting and shooting. I loved Cowboy Bebop for that because it literally felt like cowboys in outer space. Here's these two guys. They're not cowboys literally. They're not from the West, but they're cowboys. They go in guns blazing. So that's the one thing I liked about Spike and the other guy. I mean, they were just in there. So that's what I'm really hoping to see again. I hope they don't whitewash this. I hope they make this very diverse with characters like the series was, the anime series. So I'm hoping they do it right. hoping. So I'm excited for the live action of Cowboy Bebop. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in December.